Hi and welcome back. So much turbulence in the NMN community of late, what with the FDA letter and also withdrawal of NMN from Amazon. Unperturbed by that, one of the big three has cut its NMN prices. You'll notice on the thumbnail it says another large cut. That's because after the first cut, which took them below $100 for 100 grams, I contacted them just to see if this was going to affect shipping. They told me no, but to hold off on the video because there's probably going to be another cut coming in within a few days, and indeed there was. They've now made 2 cuts in the last 7 days. You're not waffling off me. Let's look at the best NMN supplement or the best NMN brand for the first quarter of 2023. Before I start this, what's the best NMN supplement or best NMN brand for 2023? I sometimes get asked, especially since he started his own YouTube channel, which NMN supplement David Sinclair takes. And for those who don't know, David Sinclair's lab is credited with discovering nicotinamide mononucleotide or NMN. For those who follow David Sinclair, you'll know that he doesn't make any recommendations and has no affiliation with any NMN supplement companies who sell the supplement. And to date, he's never shared his NMN supplement supplier. So unfortunately, we're still all in the dark when it comes to David Sinclair and which supplement he uses. There are many companies that now sell NMN, far too many to cover in this video. So as usual, I'll only cover what's affectionately known as the big three. As before, we can only really do a head-to-head on identical items. All three still sell 100 grams of NMN powder, so that is what we will compare here. All three companies have their NMN third-party tested. Renue by Science and DoNotAge by Micro Quality Labs, and ProHealth now by Twin Arbor Analytical. And at the date of recording this, not posting it, Renue by Science display a purity level of 99%. DoNotAge show 99.4 and ProHealth Longevity show 99.9, so not really too much in it. All three companies test for and show their heavy metal scores too, and they, like the purity scores, are also very close when it comes to results. You can see here from my YouTube analytics update that I get most of my viewers from the USA, the UK, Canada and Australia, and India has just sneaked in now too. And if you're from India and you would like to be included in future videos, please let me know in the comments below. So this time I'm just going to cover the 4 top countries. As usual, I'll also be doing 2023 comparison videos for the EU, the Middle East and the Orient. And let me know if you'd like me to include your country too. Let's take a look at the initial prices. You can see here on the left that for Renue by Science, the 100 gram container will now cost you only $89. That's down 24% from before, now down to less than 90 cents a gram. The same 100 grams from DoNotAge is going to cost you $117. And you can see on the right, ProHealth Longevity are going to charge you $144.95 for 100 grams. Let's now add to that the 10% My NMN discount code, and the prices drop. For Renue by Science to $80.10, that's down to 80 cents a gram. For DoNotAge, they're down to $105.30. No code for ProHealth, so they stay at a whopping $144.95. So on first sight, it appears that Renue by Science is the cheapest. But what about shipping? Will shipping charges shift the balance depending on where you live? Let's now look at the dreaded shipping charges, a cost that's generally outside of the NMN supplier's control. Firstly, we're going to head over to the United States. Renue by Science shipping in the USA is still 100% free. DoNotAge shipping to the US is $100, and ProHealth shipping inside the US is also 100% free. So to ship 100 grams of NMN powder to the United States, Renue by Science will charge you $80.10. DoNotAge is going to charge you $205.30, and ProHealth will charge you $144.95. So if you live in the US, Renue by Science is $64.85 cheaper than ProHealth and a whopping $125.20 cheaper than DoNotAge.org. So heading over to the United Kingdom and shipping to London with the postcode SW1E6HQ, Renue by Science shipping 100 grams of NMN powder to the UK is absolutely free. DoNotAge shipping inside the UK is going to cost you $60. And ProHealth Longevity shipping to the UK using their USPS priority mail service, 6 to 10 days, is going to cost you $25.24. So if you're in the UK, to ship 100 grams of NMN to you will cost, from Renue by Science, $80.10. That's around 66 Great British pounds. DoNotAge will charge you $165.30. That's around 137 Great British pounds. And ProHealth will cost you $170.19, and that's around 142 quid. So in the UK, Renue by Science is around £62 cheaper than ProHealth Longevity and around £57 cheaper than DoNotAge.org. Moving on, let's head west to Canada and ship into Alberta, zip code T0E1XD. So if you live in Canada, Renue by Science shipping to you is 100% free. DoNotAge.org are going to charge you $100 to ship to you in Canada. ProHealth Longevity shipping to Canada using their USPS priority mail service, 6 to 10 days, is going to cost you $16.84 US. So if you live in Canada, to ship 100 grams of NMN to you is going to cost, from Renue by Science, $80.10. That's around $109 Canadian. DoNotAge is going to charge you $205.30. That's around $279 Canadian. ProHealth will charge you $161.79. That's around 220 Canadian dollars. So if you live in Canada, Renue by Science is around 111 Canadian dollars cheaper than ProHealth and around 170 Canadian dollars cheaper than DoNotAge. Let's now head down under to Australia and shipping to the New South Wales postcode 2148. So if you're in Australia, Renue by Science shipping to all territories is now 100% free. And remember, they ship out of a dedicated Renue by Science office in Queensland. DoNotAge shipping to Australia is going to cost you $100 US. ProHealth Longevity shipping to New South Wales using their USPS priority mail service, 6 to 10 days, is now going to cost you $24.08 US. So if you're in Australia, to ship 100 grams of NMN to you is going to cost, from Renue by Science, $80.10. That's approximately 119 Australian dollars. DoNotAge will charge you $205.30. That's around $303 Australian. And ProHealth will cost you $168.99. That's around 251 Australian dollars. So in Australia, Renue by Science is going to be around $132 cheaper than ProHealth and around $184 Australian cheaper than DoNotAge. And with a dedicated office in Queensland, I guess maybe their shipping is going to be slightly quicker too. Let's now take a look at total savings on cost and shipping, depending on where you are and what would be the best option for you. In the USA, Renue by Science are $125 cheaper than DoNotAge.org. In the UK, Renue by Science again around £62 cheaper than ProHealth Longevity. In Canada, Renue by Science are cheapest, around $170 Canadian cheaper than DoNotAge. And in Australia, Renue by Science again are the cheapest at around $184 Australian cheaper than DoNotAge.org. As you may know, I tested the top 3 Amazon recommendations for purity and the results were less than acceptable. Chromadex Laboratories also recently tested the 22 brands with the highest market share on Amazon. These were the results. You can pause the video and check the details in slow time, and there's a link to the report in the description below. But in summary, only 14% of the 22 brands that were tested had content at or above the claim on the label. 23% had NMN content just below the label claim. 64% had NMN content below the detection limit, indicating less than 1% of the claimed NMN was actually present. And NMN was not detected at all in 14% of the products. Now, although Amazon has announced it will stop selling NMN on its site, but like NAC, it may well come back, you can be assured that the unscrupulous sellers will move on to similar marketplace sites, and they may even launch their own website. Please don't be duped by the cheap prices and only buy from a reputable supplier. Now, there's another element related to price, and I've posted about the Do Not Age health points in the community tab, but I know that 70% of my viewers are not subscribed, so not really enough content for a dedicated video. But by way of a loyalty program, every purchase you make from Do Not Age earns you what they call health points. When you've earned enough points, these can then be cashed in for free supplements. Go to their site for more details on Do Not Age's loyalty program that they call health points. Well, I hope you found that interesting or informative, hopefully both. So for the first quarter of 2023, Renue by Science are by far and away the cheapest when it comes to NMN and the 100 gram bag. Let me know in the comments below if you think the other two should follow suit, especially ProHealth Longevity, who is still holding out at $144 for 100 grams, which is shameless when it comes to rewarding their loyal customers. Renue by Science then definitely the cheapest if you live in the USA, the UK, Canada, or in Australia. That's it for today. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to do a similar video and include your country. Just let me know what the country is in the comments below.